Hello, all you lovely savages out there. It's so good to be with you again. I've been away for a while on some personal leave and then some work related leave, and it's good to be back. And I come back with gratitude in my heart and a couple of other things kind of bubbling about in there. And so when we talk about gratitude or gratitude in my heart, I'm grateful for my family, for my church family, and for this amazing place we find ourselves in. This Helderberg Basin is incredible, and as I've journeyed in this last while, I've been reminded of how amazing that is, and how amazing this community is, and how amazing my family is, and so I'm grateful. But in terms of some of those other things bubbling about in my heart, there's two I want to share with you. And the first is this thing of faithful. I'm grateful, but I'm also faithful. I'm filled with faith for the future. I'm filled with faith for God's faithfulness, that He doesn't abandon us or leave us, but that He's working out His plan in the world today. In the midst of the troubles and the evil that we see, God is busy. And I am reminded that in the midst of our challenges that we faced and the crazy journey we've been in for the last 2 years, God has not abandoned us or left us, but that He's got something that He's working out in our midst. And I'm filled once again with faith for that future. And so as a leadership team, we are on the cusp of landing some of the next steps that God has for us. And I'm hoping that it's going to be in the next month or two that we can do that and we can come and give feedback to you. And as always, it's been with the endeavor, it's been our endeavor to come and do that from a place of being in the presence of God and from a place of following after the presence of God. What is He calling? What is He saying to us? What should we do in response to Him? And so maybe I can just take as a segue this opportunity to applaud your faithfulness. I know this last season hasn't been easy and on many levels, and I know some of you are anxious to gather together at the refinery each and every Sunday, and there's been anticipation towards that, and there's been a whole bunch of things that you have had to come and find faith in, and I want to applaud you for finding your faith in that and for trusting us as a leadership team. And as we take these next steps, we want to come and honor God, and by honoring God, we want to come and honor you with the next steps that we do take. And so with that in mind, I'm filled with faith for the future, and I want to stir your faith for the future, especially NewGen's future. But more than that, there's also this thing of prayerfulness or praying or prayer bubbling about in my heart, where I've just been reminded of the priority of prayer once again. You know, we come and we are reminded of Christ's words where He says, when you pray. He doesn't say if you pray. And He comes in, and with that statement, when you pray, He comes and he makes it clear that prayer is an expected minimum standard within a believer's life. That we can't be believers and not be praying. I mean, He comes and He talks about how His house is a house of prayer for all nations. He comes in and He demonstrates prayer consistently through His life. And if He's praying, shouldn't we be praying? And as we come and we consider what He did on the cross, He comes and He puts us in right relationship with God. And how His relationship worked out with your wife, with your spouse, with your husband, with your kids, through your friends, family, it's through conversation. It's through connecting with them and conversing and speaking. And so how do we stand in right relationship with God? What is one of the hallmarks of that relationship? It's prayer, that we come and converse with God. And so with that in mind, we come and we look at just about every, if not all, major moves that the world has seen of God's hand coming and moving powerfully. You can come and trace them back to faithful men and women that have been praying. And so I have been reminded of the primary place of prayer in the believer's life once again. And I want to come and urge you towards that thing again, to come and to be praying as a minimum standard of your Christian, of your believing life, but also to be praying for us as a church. That we're at the cusp of the next steps that God has for us, and we need your prayers. We really, really do. As a leadership team, we need your prayers. And so thank you for them thus far. Please continue praying with us. And with that in mind, we've got a Next Together Sunday on the 12th of June. And before that, on that Tuesday at 6:30 at the refinery, we've got a prayer meeting where we'll be coming and praying for the future of NewGen and those next steps. And I'd love to ask you, maybe one last time, to come and to pray for that. before God comes and lands it and takes us forward. God willing, and here's hoping and praying and trusting. And so come and join us for that. Come and fill your tanks up with faith and come and pray prayerful prayers, especially for us as a leadership team and the future of NewGen. I would so appreciate that. Thank you, everyone. God bless you all. Have a great week.